You know, it's sad the shit that comes to my mind, but shit, we all been through experiences where the experiences that you actually come up, or whatever thoughts come up to the forefront of your, clarity, you know, when the seas settle down and you're able to float through the middle with clarity. That means the emotions, they settle, peace, you're calm. You're floating on calm seas type where everything's just unfolding. You can see right through it. It's clarity, you know? And some people never want you to get to that point. They'll try to find a which to keep you diverted from your focus. It's like some people, yo, I'm gonna write whatever thoughts that come to my mind. Some folks are paid to be a friend, which is the part, all because somebody else didn't like you. Those are the type of friends that fake support you, fake love you, you know, and fake hype you up just to get next to you, just so that they can get whatever information that they need from you, so they can take those little pieces of cheese and go over and take it over to the big rat, where they'll do some more other mischievous shit. All this stuff makes sense because it's not just one person, it's a lot of motherfuckers that's going through the same. Because look at history. History just repeats itself over and over again till we all just wake up from the torment, what is that tumult, you know, uproar of the shaking of the snow globe. That's all that it fucking is. You know, those snow globes where you just want to see the snow. You just want to see what's inside, how the flakes fall, where does it lay? Is it gonna lay on the same places, or are those flakes gonna go someplace else? Or the flakes just gonna stay up top? That's all that the mental space really is. If you look at it off the artist's artistic description, artist's view of how planets are, they're all like, especially those half spheres, where they have the it's like the planet is coming out of something, right? That's all that is a blank space, but planets all floating, right? That's all that your mind is. If you're looking at yourself as energy, your brain is its own planet covered in the firmament, and someone over that has that big ass motherfucking ego and come over and just shake it and everything just goes. You're shaking up all the snow in your fucking brain. See what it is. What's gonna change, if anything. But that is when somebody shakes your globe, shakes the dome, is your reaction to it. How are you to react to someone coming around and shaking your dome with fucked up information, misinformation, poverty, you know, the impoverished mind floating onto, crashing onto your planet to bring about impoverishment, all the issues, all the problems. But then when that one shake comes out, and that parasite, that infection, that disease is actually shaken off. Now, what do they do but float back off into the sea? I mean, into space until they crash into another motherfucking planet and shake that bitch up. It's the same thing. History is repeating itself over and over and over again as to how to uproot you, unplug you, dismantle you from your own planetary thoughts of you. Just like they can fill it in with everything, open up the firmament there. They found a way to crash through the firmament, break through the firmament, which is you. And that's just the energetic casing of you. They penetrated that part of you in order to move you, puppet you, string you along, gaslight you, love bomb you, and keep you still with a dunsack in the corner somewhere. It's the weirdest shit, but people do it because they're already in that dunsack in the corner somewhere. But they just need other dunces to follow them, dunsacks, to do the most to others. History repeats itself over and over again. It's just up to the one individual and how they want to rewrite history. That's the weird part because we are all ancestors. Yet What we choose to see is the past, when a good amount are living in the present, looking towards the future in happiness. But those that don't want to see a future for you, let alone themselves, will do the most to keep those in the past. Therefore, the present is just as chaotic. But when your present is peaceful, or is just as peaceful as been moving, that chaos has no room to even fill itself in. Therefore, the shaking of your globe is nothing but an ibuprofen, you know? It's back to that peace again. It's that mosquito bite that you know is going to itch for a couple of days, but concentrating on something else, you forgot that itch was there. There's really no matter how many times a motherfucker Trump comes by and try to shake your dome, you know, interrupt the whole system altogether, or try to input or download some shit onto. It's all on the energy of you, what actually moves you, and what actually keeps the dome still, where you're back to floating calmly through your seas, so that you can continue looking through clarity, with clarity. With clarity is truth. So you just got to give it to people to exhaust themselves and trying to outdo when it was all written. The whole thing is, the sad part is that we all don't know what was written other than what was written from other people's views. It's not your view. We're still writing. It's still being written. The chapters are still going on. Pens are still being made, and paper is still being recycled. You know, you can write anywhere. You can think anywhere. Your dome space is yours. It's only what people do in order to get to that dome space too. History repeats itself. It's all up on a person to actually want to repeat history or rewrite history for themselves, because most of their own character within the pages of your story. That's why it's so much for them to keep on writing books and books and books and books about you when you're still writing your own, pen still in your hand. Gotta wonder. But then again, we're all here to learn for ourselves and fill up our own motherfucking planets with what we want. Therefore, it's the vision of our actual world. It is on us on who we want to play in the playground of our world, because we don't want nobody coming and shaking that shit up. It's the weirdest of things. Yet we're all here to learn, be who we are to one another, yet to ourselves most of all. Crazy shit. Hi, hello. I've just been off on a tangent as usual. I do have one. Keep the focus. The focus is you. But yeah, that's it. I guess I'll just get back on live once I get another thought. Have a morning so far. It's 7 here, New Orleans. Have a good day. Bye.